What's up, faithful? Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Alston, who will be joining us shortly. We got Maddie B and Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, November 26th. We're at Thanksgiving Eve. What's up, guys?
What's up?
The usual. Recovering. Looking forward to the next game, which we will also have to recover from. You know, just the typical roller coaster ride of being a fan of the San Francisco 49ers.
You are correct on that one. Before we get started with all that, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. All right, so I didn't really want to talk about this, but I just want to get your opinions, and then we'll move on to the Panthers game, and then followed by the Browns game. But the situation with Brandon Ayuk. Today there's speculation today that he just wasn't at the facility rehab. He didn't want to rehab. Did he not trust the trainers at the facility or whatnot? I don't know. I think both sides are to blame in this situation. Maybe it's best that both sides get a fresh start. I mean, his guarantees were voided back in July, so this really isn't. It's new news, but it's not new news. So what are your thoughts on it, Dina?
Yeah, I'm in a way I want to give the guy a chance, but in a way I'm sick of the drama. I read that he's not showing up to the practice facility and things of that nature, showing up to meetings. So yeah, I'm kind of like sick of the drama. If he wants to go, let him go. I would hate to see him leave, but cohesive unit. We don't have time for drama anymore. If he wants to go, let him go. But right now, I don't hear anything. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, what is management doing? What is he doing? What they're thinking? Who's doing what? Who's thinking what? But from a personal stance, I'd say, see ya. If you don't want to perform.
He had to do something detrimental for the guarantees to be voided. Maddie, what are your thoughts? What's up, Ty?
What's up, people?
Hey, Ty. So one thing that I just find so fascinating about this, just mind blown, is that Brandon Ayuk totally agreed to not get any sort of union protection, file any sort of appeal, anything like that. Right, wrong, indifferent, however this all played out, he has decided it is literally not worth my time. That tells me something. What that tells us, I don't know, right? But it tells me that he is just as ready for it as maybe someone else is. At the end of the day, everybody has had people in their lives that have probably been in relationship with someone that maybe two friends that got into a relationship together, right? And it just doesn't work for whatever reason. And it just doesn't work. And like, there's a little fork on the road. It's tough to remain Switzerland. So everybody feels like they have to take a side. At the end of the day, I wish the best for him. I wish the best for this franchise, more so though, because players come in and players go. And maybe he comes back someday, older, wiser, and happier. Or maybe not. Maybe he talks about this place like it's the plague. I'm not really sure. That's his choice. But that's kind of the way I'm looking at it at this point, because something has gone on. And if it has gone on to the point that he's not fighting it, that tells me something, right? Like, that just tells me that he's like, I'm good. Peace out, right? If that's what he wants, peace out, man. It's cool. And this whole thing about like, it's up to him now, just stop with the passive aggressive bullshit, okay? Leave it alone. It's up to Brandon. Shut up. We already know, okay? You've made your point. I feel like it's being beaten into the ground like a piñata, okay? Like,
my favorite is the ball is in his court.
Yeah, stop bringing it up at press conferences. Stop. He is not on the field. He is not cleared to play. Until he is cleared to play, there's nothing to talk about. Thank you. Good day. Right? Like, they're literally patching this together with duct tape, glue, and a little bit of like probably bazooka bubble gum, right? It's all kind of tied in there together, hanging on by a thread. And we want to talk about this. God, it's a waste of energy and it's a waste of time and it's totally counterproductive. If he decides he wants to come back, great. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Ty, what do you think? We're talking about Brandon Ayuk, obviously.
The Ayuk situation, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a whole lot going on behind the scenes that no one's given a clear story of what's going on. I've just tried to look at it from a business standpoint. Like, the 49ers foresee him just not playing. And it's like, all right, if I had paid for something and I wasn't getting the service I paid for, I would look for a refund too. So I'm sure that's what the 49ers did. Like, dude, give us some money back. Like, you're not doing anything. So I can see why the team did that. It makes sense. He's not fighting it, as Matt said. So whether that means he wants out or he's just agreeable to it, like, you know what, you're right. I'm not doing anything, so take some money back. I still got 27, 30, whatever, however many millions he's already been paid. So it's like you're basically, you're not even taking away money. You're just not giving me money that I was going to get. Like, money I don't have, you're just not going to give it to me? Okay, I'm not really losing anything. The biggest thing for me is, Brandon Ayuk has missed 21, 22 games now, over a full season.
Mm-hmm.
And people are acting like he just left the team. He's been gone. Been gone.
He left for those lottery tickets a long time ago, gang.
Like, he's been gone. So the fact, like, oh my God, you just mentioned, people saying common cliches of, certain things. The cliche that got me is he's played his last game with the Niners.
Right.
That happened week 8 of last season. Where have you been? He's been gone. So it's not like we're missing him, like they just cut him and now he's gone for the rest of the season. He hasn't been here. So we're really not losing anything. We were expecting to gain something, but for the status quo of how this team has been playing this year and moving on, we're not missing anything. So it's like, okay, if he's not there, we still have receiver number 1, CMC. Oh, he just happens to be an all-pro. Receiver 2 happens to be George Kittle, all-pro, right? Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. Like, as far as receivers go, we're good. Yeah, we could have used you, but bruh, we're good. So, however this shapes up, it's fine. We will overcome, like we have been doing since last season.
Yeah. All right. Enough about that. Let's move on to the Panthers game. Let's talk a little defense. Defense really coming into their own. Gelling well. Tig Brown with the 2 interceptions. Cleveland Farrell breaking through, getting a sack. Making Bryce Young uncomfortable in the pocket. Ty, your thoughts on the defense?
Yeah, I've been liking the defense all year. I said a couple of weeks ago, the defense is not the problem for this team. They had a small blip against basically one opponent this season. That opponent just happened to be over a couple of games, but It's basically one common theme that they had a blip with. So the defense has been playing well. Last week, I said I'm one of the keys to victory would be Robert Saleh
Mhm.
because he knows Canal, he knows that offense, he's familiar with it. So I was curious to see the scheme he would come up with, and he should be able to come up with a good one to neutralize them. And sure enough, he did. They played an outstanding game. We saw outstanding performances by a couple of guys, young guys. I mean, you mentioned Tig Brown. What a game he had! Not just the 2 INTs, but he was making tackles. He got a tackle for loss on a big tackle for loss on a play. I mean, Malik Mustafa, his running mate at safety, they were both all over the place. What a game by the safeties, right? So we saw the DBs making plays. I mean, it was contributions all across the board. So I'm very happy for the defense. This is the 3rd game in a row that they've played very well, right? Held the Giants to the teens, held the Cardinals to the teens, held this team to under 10 points, single digits. You can't actually, they just put up 41 the week prior.
Mhm.
So you got to love that. So you got to see all these guys, whether they're a first stringer or a third stringer, like the case of Curtis Robinson, or third string linebacker on the field. Everyone's contributing. They're brought into the system, and they're just playing with their hearts right now. And you love to see it.
The secondary play has really been improving. They've probably been the healthiest group
Mm-hmm.
out of the entire team. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool to see as well. The safety play really coming together. Dina, your thoughts on the defense?
Yeah, I was really impressed. I mean, the way that they held them, stops that were done, that I didn't think were going to happen, but they did. I mean, they were just stopping them, and especially at crucial points where they could have just like bowled everybody over, but they didn't. They held the line, they stopped them, and the safeties. Ooh, I haven't seen them play that well in a long time. I mean, they were gelling out there. I was really impressed at how everybody was really on board with making the stop and being coverage was like there. And I was really impressed by it. I was like, let's go D. I was like, yeah, that's what I like to see, the good D. Ha
This is a family show. You cut that out.
Oh, come on, man. It's a holiday. Live a little, brother.
Oh man, Maddie, you're up.
Boy, Bryce Huff was looking pretty good the other day too. Like he's not Nick Bosa, but he was definitely creating some havoc on that line, and they had to hold him quite a bit. Bryce Huff is our new wow. Bryce Huff's getting held on every single play, right? Like
Yeah.
insert 49er player here, and they get held on every
Yeah.
play. That's it. As you mentioned about the secondary, absolutely stunning, shocking. You guessed it. I'm floored that when guys stay healthy and can play their actual natural positions, they can learn the reps, learn the system, and get better week by week by week. Also,
Yes.
it allows Robert Saleh to learn their strengths and their weaknesses so that he can tailor game plans to both and as such. Absolutely just masterclass work with working with what you have. So many coaches out there are like, oh, well, you know, F this. I don't have
Yeah.
Nick Bosa. I don't have Fred Warder.
We're done.
Yeah.
See ya.
Instead, okay, you know, the good coaches do something different, right? So they've shifted it in a different way. I think that's why I've been so frustrated with this damn offense, because we do have the number one tight end in the game. We do have the number one running back in the game who leads the league in freaking receptions among everybody, not just among his position, among
Right.
everybody.
Everybody.
Of the fun facts, okay? But when you throw it to our receivers, who have all been injured and inconsistent and on the field and off the field all year, a lot of interceptions, real low quarterback rating. Well, we don't need to play. There's no rule in the National Football League that says we need to play with specific wide receivers on each play, right? Specifically when you have a jack of all trades fullback who can be a halfback or a tight end or whatever. And then you also have another tight end in Jake Tongas who's more than capable of running routes and blocking, right? And oh, hey, you got this Brian Robinson guy, right? I don't care if you bring back the wishbone. Like, it does not matter to me at this point. Lean into the strengths of this team. And that doesn't just mean hand it and or throw it to CMC on every play and get it to George Kittle once in a while. It means use Brian Robinson pretty regularly. Use Kyle Juszczyk regularly. Get some targets to Jake Tongas. Get some targets to George Kittle. Okay? I'm totally cool with that. If you have a matchup advantage there, utilize it. Damn it, Kyle, you're a genius. Go genius some things. Okay? Shit. Thank you.
Right on.
You mentioned the tight ends. There was actually a little bit of Luke Farrell in there too.
Yep.
I mean,
Luke caught a pass.
That's like having a 6 offensive lineman in there, right? I don't need him catching anything. I really don't want the ball in his hands unless he's recovering a fumble from somebody else. Okay. Let me just run that through on Luke Farrell real quick. Okay. But that's really good value for a 6 offensive lineman, right? Because at the end of the day, if this team wins by running the ball, let's go. For some reason, there's this. Oh, Brock's slinging it. We got to sling it. No, you don't. You can hand it. You can hand it off. Okay? It's totally fine. The offensive line kind of looks like it's getting its shit together a little bit too, especially in the run game. CMC's getting his groove back a little bit, right? Like he's picking the right holes. He's picking the right lineman to run behind. Let's let Brian Robinson Jr. do something similar, right? Like, let's get that rolling. Let's help this young defense by staying off the field, right? And running the clock down instead of throwing 3 incompletions and going back. Oh, well, Jesus. Sorry.
What's up, Big Diner? Yeah, I mean, last note about the defense is that I didn't even see any missed assignments either.
Nope. First time in a long time. They weren't embarrassing on third down.
Super solid. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we're usually like really low bar, but they weren't at all. It wasn't like, are you shitting me? They really let that one go. No, they held them, right? Like, and it wasn't just BS. Oh, he dropped it. Like Ted McMillan had one drop.
Yeah,
that probably saved him once. But there were no like BS officiating calls that saved them or anything like that. It was like they earned it. They earned it. It was one of the grittiest defensive performances they've had all year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on to the offense. The offense on both teams stunk.
Oh yeah.
We're actually lucky that we did play the Panthers with Brock's 3 interceptions on 3 consecutive drives. A lot of people are saying it's because of his toe. He's not saying that. A lot of people are concerned. Some people want Mac Jones back in.
Yeah.
Dina, your thoughts on the offense and specifically Brock Purdy?
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to know. Yeah, I was shocked at that, and you know, on my chat with my other buddies, 49er fans, we were saying, you know, why is he so timid? What is going on with that arm? I don't know. It's like I had mentioned to one of the guys that it's as if they see his eyes and they're right there. Their defense was right there. It's like they're reading his eyes, and sometimes he looked like a deer in headlights. And I was just like, what is going on? But I noticed that his throws aren't as arching as they used to be. they're more straight. Because remember, he used to like arch the ball all the way up and then have it come down. They're not doing that anymore. It's more straight. I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know what was going on in his head, but there was a lot of drinking going on Monday night. Over what he was doing. But I do have to give credit that, and I said I got to save this one for Jess. I do have to give credit to my man, and I don't believe I'm saying this. With the
Wait, you broke up a little bit.
You broke up. Who did you say? Say his name again.
I said give credit to number 64.
I figured that's who you were mentioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they did the Purdy push, and he stayed in there and blocked. And then helped him and then pushed him. I was like, he didn't run away. Oh, he actually did something that was meaningful. I'm impressed. But the offense, something's not gelling for some reason. I don't know what was going on that night, but there's something not gelling there. And every time we got in the red zone, it's like my heart went up. Like, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? You know, it was his nerves or what, but it seems as if everything was just, let me just throw the ball and see what happens. I was kind of ticked off in a way, the way they kept running McCaffrey when Juice was available. I mean, he was open. I didn't like some of the hits that Jennings took, but he held on to the ball, except for that one time.
Relax.
I don't know what was going on. It was an off night for the offense in a way, but the defense saved us.
Well, Jake Brendel also had a nice block on the CMC touchdown as well.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
So, but yeah, I mean, you know, the offense, like I said, the defense, the secondary was the healthiest group. With the offensive line is starting to gel.
Right.
And, you know, hopefully, and we'll talk about this, but hopefully with the, you know, the anticipated weather in Cleveland this weekend, you know, hopefully they run the ball a lot more. Maddie, your thoughts on the offense?
One thing that I think everybody's missing a little bit is that J.C. Horn was the cause of 2 of those interceptions, because he watched a hell of a lot of film this week, by what I'm gathering. And he did his own thing this week to get those interceptions, right? A lot of defenses, a lot of systems don't really allow for that. This one did. So that's part of the reason that it looked as bad as it did, at least in that scenario. J.C. Horn just didn't, like, made a big boy play twice, right? Like, scouted it and did it. And Brock was silly enough to go back to the well the second time. Like, that's, you got to know better, man. I didn't hear anybody talking about Mac Jones last week. All I heard was that Brock Purdy unlocked another level of this offense, and look at how much more efficient it is. They're still 77% successful in the red zone this year, as opposed to 57% last year or something, right? Like, or 54%, whatever it was. It's a hell of a lot better this year. They had a bad night, which I expect on Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football is weird. It's just weird. It's a different vibe. It's different times you got to get ready for. It's a different day. You've watched everybody else play already. Yeah. Carolina hasn't had a game that big since, like, I don't know, the Clinton administration. So it's been a while for them, right? Like, they're going to be amped. They're going to be amped out of their mind for that game. Now, at the end of the day, you have to have talent to still win it, and the ball has to bounce your way. But, like, they were giving it their all. Like, they were scratching and they were clawing. Like, it's just one of those deals. And it tells you a lot about your team that you win a game like that as opposed to going in and losing. And I feel like last year's 49ers team would have found a way to lose this game in heartbreaking, ridiculous fashion. Whereas this year they were gritty, gutty, determined, and they came out with a victory. That's what I take away from this and the offense. It's finding their way. It's running through CMC. They just have to stop falling in love with CMC, and they have to stop falling in love with the pass. You don't need to pass. There is absolutely no excuse unless you're down by 20 points in the second half that you go any more than five plays without a run. And there were some stretches where it was like pass. Like, are we in a 2-minute drill? Like, calm down. Like, what is going on? With the amount of injuries that this team has had, you would think ball control and keeping that clock moving would be a really, really huge focus, right? Just to keep this team on rhythm, because when this team gets on rhythm, they are almost unstoppable. But as soon as they have a couple of incomplete passes, that's it. That's when the brakes get hit. When this offense is humming, it's humming because the running game is humming. And like, there's not enough of a commitment to it right now. And when they do use it, they're over-leaning on McCaffrey when you have a really healthy and capable and talented back in Brian Robinson Jr. who could take some of that off, right? So let's use those guys and like really amp that up. Let's give things, you know, I think strong running game, I feel like that's pretty important in the red zone, right? Utilizing all your weapons, pretty important in the red zone. Having some versatility, pretty important in the red zone, right? I mean, Kyle Juszczyk could run the tush push, or he could spin out of it and run around like Mark Andrews did the other day, right? You can't tell me George Kittle can't do that better. Like, give me a break. Some of the stuff that's been around the league that this team could do with some of the athletes that they have, they should be well over 80% in the red zone. I think they can get there. They're just getting their quarterback back. I mean, like, it's like Brock played 2 seasons ago. He played a game. He was out. He came back. He got hurt. And then he was out for 5 or 6 weeks. He's been back for 2 games. I don't know. I look back at the stats in 86 after Montana's first game back against the Cardinals. It wasn't great, Bob. You know, I know Brock Purdy and Joe Montana don't belong in the same sense, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, guess what? They both played for the 49ers. So they're going to be in those conversations once in a while. So you're probably going to have to get over that at some point. Very similar. Okay. Like, very similar. It's tough to come back after like a long injury and a long layoff like that and be sharp and at your best. So my concern is this week. Hey, puppers. My concern this week is going up against Jim Schwartz, who must be smelling blood in the water.
You're on camera.
And then you've got this team, and they're going to Cleveland to play at 10 o'clock their time on a short week after playing on Monday night. Which always blows my mind, by the way. I've never quite figured out how that one works. That is not a recipe for success. Also, it may snow.
Yeah.
Ty, what are your thoughts on the offense?
I think the offense is fine. I said it, was it last week or week before, that I think they hit a turning point and things are starting to click. And you saw it. The plays were there, right? Things were there. This game should have been a blowout.
Yeah.
However, we had poor execution on offense. And when that poor execution comes from your quarterback, things aren't going to go very well. All right. The 3 interceptions, just bad execution. Right. He had Juwan Jennings open on the first one. He threw it late and behind Jennings. That gave J.C. Horn the great opportunity to catch up, break on the ball, fight for it, get an interception. Ricky Pearsall is running open in the end zone. You take the touchdown over a first down or check down every day of the week. Brock let it fly. It's behind Ricky.
Yeah.
He has to jump and try to do a turn to catch it. The DB catches up with it, catches the ball. Just poor execution.
Right.
The third one by Horn, Matt mentioned it. That was a great play by Horn, just playing the robber position, as they call it, where he just roams the middle of the field and just breaks. But Brock also threw that play late. He's supposed to throw it more on the hash to hit Ricky up the hash, but he waited till he got to the middle of the field, which allowed Horn to get over. Poor execution. And we saw some other kind of bad throws from Brock. But the offense was still balanced. 32 pass attempts, 32 rush attempts. It's what you want. It's what you want. It's just that poor execution and turnovers really held us back. Now, we don't see that often, right? Like the last time we saw that was that infamous Christmas game against the Ravens. It was just like
terrible.
Another one, and that's how I kind of felt with this game. It was like another one. Oh, Jesus Christ! Like we should have been blowing them out because, like I said, the plays were there. Guys were open. We were making it happen. Just kept shooting ourselves in the foot repeatedly.
Yeah.
So I don't expect that to happen again. I really don't. Brock is a guy that we know plays with a lot of pride in himself and will make adjustments and will be better. And we know the guys around him will encourage him to be better and play for him. So I think the offense is fine. It was just a terrible night from the head of the offense.
So
still won the game though.
Yeah, that's important. What do you guys say to the people who compare, who say Brock is like Tua, that he's, not really reading the defenses? People have figured him out. What do you say to those people?
They're wrong. They're just grabbing at straws. Remember, Brock Purdy was the last pick of the draft. And unfortunately, because he was there were people who will not give him the respect that he's due, the respect for how he plays. They still view him as the last pick of the draft, and he should not be playing. He's not that good because he was selected where he was selected, right? It just is what it is. So they're going to compare him to all these guys, even though he's accomplished more and has played much better and has done much greater things on the football field than all those people.
Yeah.
Like, it's just talking heads want to talk and be like, see, I told you.
Right.
LaShawn McCoy. We know LaShawn McCoy does not like Brock Purdy. And that is because of what Brock did when he went into Philly and beat the brakes off them. Right? So he will not give Brock any credit whatsoever, no matter what Brock does.
Right.
So he's going to continuously talk about him like a dog and be like, oh, the other team is shaving points. Brock Purdy ain't all that. He shouldn't have been paid, etc. It's that type of thing. So you got to ignore the noise.
Anything else on that, Dina? You want to add?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole bunch of horse hockey. I mean, look, let the guy see. Let's see what he does, because he surprised the whole league when he came out. They didn't expect him to do what he was going to do, and he did it. Leave the man alone. There is no comparison. Let Brock be Brock. And, the haters going to hate. Right?
True.
Haters going to hate. Keep on rolling. Let Brock be Brock. You can't compare the two. There's no way. Let the dude be who he is, and we'll keep rolling with him. You don't know what he's going to do. Nobody expected him to come out and do what he did. They're like, oh, last draft, he's not going to do anything. Shocked the hell out of everybody, didn't he? Okay. Made a believer out of some skeptics. But the haters are going to hate. Let the man do what he has to do. And we got it. We're going to keep rolling with Brock.
What do you think, Manny?
I don't, unless he throws 4 more interceptions this week and they lose, and then he throws another 4 more interceptions the next week and they lose again. I don't see any changes being made. I think it's all a waste of energy and time. I think if he plays well, it'll be great. I think when he doesn't play well, they'll ask for Mac. I think that's just how that's always going to be. Until he wins a Super Bowl, I think that's just how it's going to be. That's
Mhm.
the way
it.
it is. That's the way it
That's
is.
how it is. It's the way it is. I can't remember who sang that one.
Mm-hmm. That's just the way
Bruce
it
Hornsby?
is. Do-do-do,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's just the way it
Yeah.
is.
Some
Some
things will
things
never
will never
change,
change.
right? Like that's it.
Exactly.
That's
That
it.
should be his theme
Yeah.
song.
That's all it is.
Yep.
I got nothing else for you. We're going to talk about this in 3 weeks. They lose this week in Cleveland, and Brock Purdy doesn't play well. Next week, people are going to be, where's Mac? Where's
Even
Mac?
if we
Oh,
win,
they should have put Mac in. No.
even if
Where's
we win,
Mac?
and he has just an okay game,
Yep.
we'll still talk
It's
about
still
it.
going to be the same, yeah.
It's still
Oh,
the
yeah.
same, And it's funny, Jess. You mentioned like Tua and all these other guys that they've been mentioning. Like Brock Purdy is an arm injury and a missed block away from potentially winning 2 Super Bowls.
Mm.
What other guy can we look at and say that on those lists, on any list?
Oh yeah, for the jackass that compared him to Tua this week, Tua's never even found himself close to that situation. Sniff your own farts some more, buddy.
He's played
Right?
in what,
Like,
one
what
or
is
two
wrong
playoff
with
games?
you?
That's it.
Yeah, like really, really.
Unreal.
What?
I believe that was Colin Cowherd.
However,
yeah.
Was it?
whoever, but
Sounds
it
about
doesn't
right.
matter because, like, when one person says that, then all of a sudden, everybody else
Yeah,
has that same
Everybody jumps on
opinion,
that
which is
bandwagon.
Yeah.
Yep.
shockingly, it's a weird,
Yeah.
it's a weird
It's like,
scenario.
oh,
But there's no like actual research involved.
exactly.
Mm.
Has Tua ever won a playoff game? Pretty sure he hasn't.
But, yeah.
I don't think
Nope.
he's ever found himself a step away from the Super Bowl. I don't think he's found himself in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just silliness. You know what I mean? Do people talk about Joe Burrow like that? He lost the
Nope.
Super Bowl. All I hear is excuses for Joe Burrow. He was the first pick
Yeah.
in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's injured. Well, there's no offensive line.
The blind.
He's got
Yeah.
friggin' Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And he's not getting to the playoffs every year and wins. Well, he can't stay healthy. Well, why can't he stay healthy? He's supposed
Yeah.
to be a top one guy.
Right.
Oh, because he was drafted number 1 and he's cute, right? Brock was
Mhm.
drafted last. He's a little shorter. He wasn't on the top of the draft boards.
He's short and fragile.
Yeah,
He can't handle the position.
he only played 4 full years of college, right? Which is a whole
Yeah.
other thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and he stayed at one college. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Huh, weird. What a
Very
unique
true.
friggin' concept in this year. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Don't you want a guy who's going to be loyal?
Hello.
Right? I want somebody who's
Exactly.
going to be loyal to this organization and isn't going to just be like, okay, well, I got my money and I'm just going to
Yeah.
skip out on this rehab and head out, right? Like Brock Purdy's not going to do that.
No. He has too much grit.
You don't think he's going to be restructuring his deal
He's
to
got
bring other guys in once they
integrity.
get back into that contention status? Of course he is. Come on. He's the exact guy you want here. And you need guys like Mac Jones behind him in case he does get hurt. Because we've
Mhm.
seen this before. He's got about the same body type that Montana has. He plays about the same way.
Yep.
He's pretty mobile, and he tries to do a little bit more than he should a lot of the time.
True.
Mind you, anyone? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Montana throwing, what was it, 3 interceptions in the NFC title game against the Cowboys?
Yep.
That whole game was a crap show. I think they had
Yep.
5 turnovers.
Remember
People
the
be
four
losing their
before-
minds on Twitter after that game.
Remember before the catch throw, he missed Freddie Solomon wide open on
Open.
the left side of the field.
Whew.
Completely overthrew him.
Airmailed him.
Damn it, it's like, what are you doing, Joe?
In his book,
Oh,
he's like,
man.
I thought I blew the NFC title game, right? Like he thought he blew it right then, and then he bounced back and then he airmails another one, but Dwight Clark happened to be in position to catch it.
Right.
And everybody's like, well, Joe Montana never. Okay, well, do you remember 1988 when they dropped an
Dropped it.
interception that was right in the breadbasket on the game-winning drive?
Mhm.
I think it was like the play before, the play after, the play before, or like a play right before a third down.
Mm.
That stuff happens. It happens all the
happens.
time. It's just
It happens.
oops. It gets batted down, or and they
Yep.
live to play another day. and then history's skewed a little bit. But if you've never watched it, then I get it. I understand. But have a little context with your hissy fit, I guess, is really all I'm asking anyone to do.
All right, let's do game balls. Okay, Ty.
I'm going to give one to the offensive line. I mentioned earlier in the year how it's hard to do anything when the middle of your line is banged up. Right now, they're healthy. Left guard position, both guys healthy, doing well. Dominic Pooney has magically played himself into health.
Ooh.
I don't even know how he did that with a PCL injury. He must have Mr. Miyagi working for him personally. I don't have no idea how he is 100% right now. It's weird, but he is balling. And
Yeah.
Jake Brendel, whether it's Matt Hennessy lighting a fire under him or something, but he's playing solid ball. So combine that with the outside guys, they're doing well. They held up well. Game ball goes to them. Got to give a game ball just as CMC and Kittle continuing to be that driving force on offense and keeping this thing rolling. Receiver 1 and 2, running back 1, tight end 1, all the things number 1 and 2. That's what they are.
All right, I'm going with Jersey boy Tig Brown, CMC, Cleve Farrell, JJ, and Matt Gay, his first game as a Niner.
Okay.
Oh, I skipped the defense. Hold on. I got to give a real quick game balls to Darrell Luter Jr. and Chase Lucas, who once again got on the field from off the bench and continued to be solid in their backup roles, spot duty, not giving anything up. That is huge for us.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Yeah, Luter Jr. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to even say it. Brendel.
Big Jake.
Whoa. Shocked the hell out of me. Jennings and a whole defensive line. Yeah, I got to give him props. Yeah, so those are my game balls.
CMC, because he carries the yeoman's work each week.
True.
Can't believe he's not in any MVP discussions. Blows my mind.
Like
Blows my mind.
3 all over again.
Yeah, it's disgust. It's ridiculous because, like, I hear after Saquon Barkley's year last year, all I heard was, well, maybe this will get running backs back in the category. What? Hello? What do we watch in 2023? Pardon? What? Like, give me a break, man. Like, I don't know what CMC has to do to get like in the MVP conversation. But dang, like, come on, right? Bryce Huff really popped in that game. So I'm going to give him a game ball because, there are other ones that have given out. And I would also go with Matt Gay because it's not tough to get into that situation. And it's not easy to kick for this franchise. There's a lot of pressure on that. We
in that
automatically
stadium at
hate
night,
you, right?
Yeah.
So especially on Monday night, like it just takes one missed extra point, one he went in, did his job. That's all I asked for. So thank you very much. Also, Robert Saleh, honorable mention, because that was one hell of a game plan. Again, playing to the strengths of his defense. Who knew?
All right, moving on to the Browns game. Got some weather coming in on Sunday. Going to be a bit cold on Sunday. Your thoughts on the weather? I know the whole Brock Purdy narrative that, he doesn't play well in the rain or the snow or at any point. Ty, your thoughts or concerns about this team with the weather on Sunday?
Yeah, it's a little bit of concern because we've seen them in weather and it hasn't looked pretty. But I was thinking about the game in Cleveland a few years ago, and it kind of reminded me of the Carolina game.
Mm.
Like the plays were there. Kyle dialed it up. There was some beautiful things going on, but the execution just wasn't there. Right? That was a game in Cleveland a few years ago where we should have been up 21-0 in the first quarter. Like it was all there. Right? Even the defense was playing well. Fred Warner intercepts the ball, puts it on the 25-yard line. We should have scored. Somehow the offense went backwards. It was just one of those games. We were shooting ourselves in the foot repeatedly.
Yeah.
I think we overcome that. You know, this is a bounce back game for the offense. Like I said, they turned the corner. I think they'll play well. The offensive line is gelling. I think they'll be able to move the ball. Defensively, Cleveland's offensive line is terrible. Like Shedeur Sanders will be running, and he can use his legs, but he will be running to save his life. So I think defensively we'll be okay. Offensively, just need to execute. And for me, I'm just watching the Trent Williams, Myles Garrett battle. That is must-see TV. That
Wow.
is that you talk about a
the
heavyweight
best.
fight.
Yeah.
That's Ali, whomever.
Yeah.
That's right, Ali Frazier.
Frazier. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ali. That's the biggest one, Ali Frazier. Like I'm going to be watching that heavily.
Wow.
So it's going to be fun, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll do our thing, come away with a victory. I just want to see them put this one to bed early because we should, and you know, not be on the edge of our seat for 60 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Big Ron, we haven't won in Cleveland in a long time. We haven't won
Yeah.
there since 1984.
Yeah,
2021, they won in Cincinnati, Ron.
yeah. We don't play there a lot though. That's
I
Yeah,
was
we don't
there.
play there every
Yeah.
year.
Oh, I know.
right,
So,
right.
it's-
Yeah, but I was also
Yeah.
there for
Not-
Cleveland when they didn't, and then when we all left, everybody was screaming for Robbie Gould. So,
Maddie, your thoughts on the weather?
the weather, like that's just you got to bust it at some point, right? Just like at some point, the Dolphins have to win a game at over 32 degrees, yet they haven't done it yet, right? Like at some point, Brock Purdy's either going to answer the bell or he's not. And a Jim Schwartz defense isn't the easiest place to answer it either. So I think you're going to see a lot of stuff where, like, I don't know, maybe they're not running towards Myles Garrett a lot, or maybe they're not running plays where Myles Garrett's going to be directly in Brock Purdy's face a lot, right? Like, maybe that means heavier dose of the run game. Like, I could totally see that because this 49ers offense could totally run the ball on the Browns,
Yeah.
schematically and everything else. Like, they can match up to do that. But I remember attending a game there 2 years ago where friggin' PJ Walker came in and was slinging it all over the place, right? With a much healthier defense. Granted, it wasn't coached by Robert Saleh, and it was a similar day. Like it was rainy, it was snowy, then it wasn't raining, then it was sunny, and then it was snowy, and then it was just a totally weird ass day on the lake sort of day, right?
Mhm.
So they're gonna have to be prepared for that. They got a
Yeah.
kicker this time that can
Ooh.
handle it. Right? That's really like on it. Oh, wait, no, Eddie
Shouldn't even
Pinero's
come
not
down to
there,
him.
right? So
Shouldn't even
we're
come
right
down
back
to
where
him.
we started from, right? Matt Gay was great the other night outside. This is a really tough test for him. This is a tough test for any kicker. You know what I mean? It's a tough test for prime Adam Vinatieri at this point. But yeah, run the ball. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
This team tends to run way too many plays for me. Like you mentioned it, 32 and 32. Like, that's perfect. I still feel like it could be more. Like, let's throw it 25 times, 24 times. I would rather see them run the ball 40 times and then throw the ball 24 times with the way things are going right now, because that's the strength of this team.
Yeah.
So that's just how I'm seeing it. I would rather see a 3-yard run than 2 extra incompletions, I guess, because that seems to be how the ratio is working for me at this point. So that's where I'm at with it. I think they can do it. Clearly, they're going up against a rookie quarterback. Robert Saleh just showed you a pretty good blueprint on how to deal with a young quarterback. Now you're dealing with an even younger quarterback with even less experience, right? A guy who is not even taken first team reps until starting last week.
This week, yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is coaching malpractice.
Welcome to Cleveland.
Yeah. Two-time coach of the year, and Kyle Shanahan can't get one. If someone can run that by me and explain it, just please let me know. Two-time coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski, and his current backup quarterback is there. But I don't understand why they would draft 2 rookie quarterbacks that they would have to split first team drafts anyways. But again,
It's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland.
Browns are gonna brown, right?
Exactly. Brown's going to Brown.
But they got to get a win against the AFC this year. Like,
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
lost to Jacksonville and they've lost to Houston. You can make excuses for that. You lose to Cleveland on the road. Come on. Like, come on.
We actually have a better record
Yeah.
on the road than we do at home.
Well, I mean,
Mm.
fans are more the 49ers fans are more engaged on the road than they are at home.
Much more feisty out on the road, it seems.
True. Yeah.
They show up to their seats on time.
Yes.
They're cheering from bell to bell. It doesn't matter where they are.
Yeah.
But at a home game, like, it doesn't, unless it's like 10 o'clock at night, like everybody gets there around the first quarter-ish, or they're out in the parking lot, or they're out wherever the hell they are.
Too much tailgating, too much party.
Yeah. Dina, what are your thoughts about the weather in Cleveland on Sunday?
Look, I've been in Cleveland in the winter, and it scared the hell out of me being near that damn lake. That stuff, man, that goes right
It's
through
real.
you. You could wear, I don't care, 10 fur coats, but that wind will hit you like a brick. It doesn't concern me. They're out there in it. I want to see, yes, Ron, I agree. I want to see the narrative change. And I think it can be done. I mean, look, they get paid to be out there. And they should be able to handle it. Does it concern me? A little bit, because your hands get kind of cold out there. With that lake effect wind. But that's the thing. It's like, I think it's a good matchup. It's a good test for us also. And it's a chance for us to change everybody's mind. We're solid. I think we're solid on defense. And I'm not too familiar with, I heard Ty say that their offense sucks. And if that's the case, we're okay. But I would use that to our advantage. But, like you were saying earlier, Ty, about that, and I completely forgot about Myles Garrett. I'm like, oh, stuff. That's going to be something. Yes, that is going to be something to watch. That back and back play. That's going to be something to watch. I have to make sure I definitely look forward to that. I have 5 members of my 49er club who are, 2 of them are currently there now, and the other 3 are driving out. They asked me to go because they said the tickets were dirt cheap.
They are.
And
I was like, tempted to go myself.
Yeah, and I was like,
I'm still kicking the idea
no.
whether or not I'm going to pull out of here on Saturday night and end up out there on Sunday
Going
morning
out there?
because the tickets are so dirt cheap. Like, if
Yes.
the weather isn't terrible, like, it would totally be worth it.
Yep.
Yeah. And one of my friends has a seat right on a 50-yard line, so he's like psyched, and I think it's going to be great, and I think we can do it, even with the weather. Dina can't, but they can.
There you go.
All right, last thing before we hit the 2-minute warning, your X factors for this game, Maddie.
Using Brian Robinson Jr. and not overusing Christian McCaffrey. I think that's going to be a key. I think if Brian Robinson Jr. gets 10 carries or more, they win this game running away. I think if he gets less than that, it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, I would say that. But my other thing too is utilizing Juice. I want to see Juice utilized more in the game. That could be a big factor for us. Other than that, and maybe Brendel might do something else to surprise me.
I'm actually going to go with Kyle Shanahan. Scheming.
Really?
Yeah, right? Imagine that. Just scheming away from Myles Garrett. I know
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, he's, one of the best. And Trent Williams is going to have his hands full, but yeah, mine's Kyle Shanahan. Ty?
Yeah, I was going to go with Kyle Shanahan's bully ball mentality. It's popping up in every game where we see 6, 7, 8 runs in a row.
Yeah.
We saw the CMC second touchdown drive, that touchdown run, that was a bully ball drive. And on that drive, he actually handed the ball off to Brian Robinson like 4 straight times. So it was great to see. It was like, yeah, give it to him again.
And let's
Why
see
not?
it another
Give it to
time,
him
right?
again. He just picked up 7. Give it to him again. Right? So, like, that's one of those things. And I want to see if he actually does run at Myles Garrett. Maybe try to slow him down, wear him down. You put Kittle over there next to Trent Williams. Juice check behind him, your 3 best blockers, and just go right at him and see how they handle that. So, like I said, the matchup is just intriguing. It's just, if you love matchups in football, that's just something to watch. So that one, and I'm going to say our defensive line, because like Cleveland's the offensive line is not good. So our D line should be able to get pressure and make Shedeur Sanders very uncomfortable. It's just, he's good at using his legs and moving out. So can they contain him and get to him? But that's what I'm looking for. Those are the X factors for me.
We took care of Aaron Donald at one time. So I definitely have a lot of confidence that we will take care of Myles Garrett. All right. 2-minute warning. Maddie, go.
I think I got tickets left for the Chicago game and the Seattle game, both of which I think are going to be huge for this team's season and playoff seeding. So NinersWO.com to get those. Thanks.
Dina?
Run the ball. Let's go defense. That's it.
Ty?
There was a moment before the game where CMC walked up to Roger Craig and they embraced.
Oh, yeah.
Moment. Beautiful moment. Downright beautiful in 49ers lore.
Yes.
And if there's anybody young or is a new fan to the Niners and you don't know who Roger Craig is,
you better look him up.
Please look him up, because you need to know, and you need to know his significance not only in 49ers history, but NFL history, and why he should have been in the Hall of Fame a decade ago. So shout out to Roger Craig.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely an emotional moment for Roger Craig too. It was pretty
You
cool
saw
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Kyle Juszczyk and being nominated for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award.
Yes.
Shout out to the chat. Thank you always for interacting with us. Everyone have a nice, a safe, happy Thanksgiving. And we will see you next week, same time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, go Niners.
Go Niners.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the